It is time for the Superspeedway Swing and the Gatorade Cup Series. Maybe the most nervous portion of the season for these drivers looking to make it into the postseason. This is first of 3 Superspeedway races in a row. This is the NR2003 at Talladega, as the chase picture has taken a huge drastic turn after the amazing race at the Homestead Miami Speedway. The All-Star race has locked one driver into the 12-man chase field. Jose Mills in the 15 on pole for today's NR2003. Beside him in second, the driver who won here last season, Riley Sprotube in the 28. Then in third place, Sebastian Kukulon. Fourth place, Keyshawn Richardson. And rounding out the top 5, Jay Randall in the 22. Starting at 6th, we have Riley Sampson. 7th, it is Nottingham Scott. 8th place, William Seaman. 9th, it's Keegan Thompson. And Max Anderson, the 1, rounds out the top 10. Back behind them, 11th place, Anthony Ness, who was outside 12th, the driver who won the All-Star race, and a shocking upset. Trey Rainey for 30th position in points is locked into the chase picture, leaving only one wildcard spot open. Then there's Marshall Burrow and Zachary DeLello in the 16, with Max Rossi and Scott up to the 19. Then there's Colton Yo and Eli Bright in the 24, along with Cole Luigi, the last Gatorade Cup Series winner here at Talladega, and George Tomo with the 44. Then there's Tommy Fletcher Jr. and Levi Schoens the 7, Roman Fenway and TJ Hanley. Then there's Conrad Evans and Jeff Bright the 5, with Landon Lyons and Griffin Lynn, our points leader. Then there's Anthony Fox and Colin Teague. Second in points, Luke Rainey, and the 78 of Jay Jefferson. They have Carter Friesen and Derek Hamill, Evan Hunter, Diego Yapez, Bibby Ruiz, Ronan Curtis, Anson and Charles Bois, and Jake Galloway. And rounding out the field is Michael Gregory and Jonathan Beeford on the final row here for the NR2003 at the Talladega Superspeedway. First of 3 Superspeedway races in a row in the Gatorade Cup Series season. We're about midway through. Who's going to get in the chase in these next few races? Let's find out whose chase hopes may take a hit at Talladega. Let's go fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
We are running.
42 engines come to life here at the Talladega Superspeedway for the first of 3 Superspeedway races here in Alabama. Superspeedway Swing and the Gatorade Cup Series, always one of the most treacherous portions of the regular season for these drivers that are not locked into the postseason. Only one driver knows that he is in. That's Trey Rainey, the All-Star winner, down 39th in points, changed this whole chase picture up, as now we're likely only going to have one wildcard spot, which means multiple wins this season going to be big for drivers' chase chances. Like Jonathan Beeford has 2 wins, the only driver to have that so far this season. He's right now in a good spot to get that wildcard spot. The NR2003 at Talladega, the start of the Superspeedway Swing. Talladega, Pensacola, Daytona, the next 3 races. It's Mills and Sprotube on the front row. Riley won here last season in the NR2003 in a photo finish. We'll see what happens this season in 29 laps. Mills, Sprotube, Kukulon, Keyshawn Richardson, Jay Randall, the front 5. Mills going to step on the gas first. There it is. We're green flag racing at the Talladega Superspeedway. Some shuffling early on the front of the field. Jose Mills shuffled out of line by Sebastian Kukulon, comes in 5th in the point standings. So looking for some padding over his cushion to 10th in points. He leads the first lap for 5 bonus points in the NR2003. Nottingham Scott, the 48, needs everything he can do to make it into the chase right now. I believe he's down about 40th, 41st in points. So everything, every position he can gain, every lap he can lead, every win he can get, he needs to take it, because he needs everything to make it into the top 20 in points to try and get a wild card spot. He's low on Kukulon for the race lead down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Thompson couldn't go with him. His nearest help is the 07 of Marshall Burrow, and Cole Luigi in the 42 car won here last season in the chase. So his last winner in the Gatorade Cup Series here at Talladega. Can he go back-to-back, and Talladega GCS wins. Nottingham Scott leads. Here comes Coach to the inside. Tandem help from the 8 of Hernandez. Nottingham Scott's going to come around and lead the second lap of the NR2003 at Talladega. Cole Luigi, a massive run at the exit of the trial, will take to the inside of the 48. Hernandez looks even lower in the 8 car. They'll be 3 wide for the top spot. Turn number 1. Car number 8, Anthony Hernandez looking for the top spot here. Talladega takes it. Levi Jones the 7 just behind him. TJ Hanley, dominator last season, moves up to 3rd, winner of the Daytona 500 this season. Hanley has a knack for this type of racing. He saw it last season, dominated Talladega in the NR2003, but did not win that race. But won the Daytona 500 this season after Seaman dominated it. So we'll see what happens here today at Talladega. Can Hanley dominate it and win? Does he fall back? Does he dominate and not win? We're about to find out. For TJ Hanley, he's right behind the 8 of Hernandez, going to come around off of 4 to the 3rd lap here at Talladega. Jeff Bright middle of 3, because here comes the 66 of Landon Lyons all the way to the bottom, down that double yellow line. Colin Teagan, Jay Jefferson just behind him. Hernandez has pulled a gap. He leads the 3rd lap here at Talladega. Lyons trying to get clear into turn number 1 to bring Teague with them. Then they have a shot at the 8 car. See the run they get through 1 and 2 in that draft. A nice suck up under the back of the 8 car. 3 cars clear off turn number 2. Best shot to make a move. Lyons sees that. He moves low. No help with them. However, that 78 make him enough of a boost to get to that 8 car. Because right now Hernandez doesn't really have help as well. And the 66 inside draft the 8. The 8 can't do that to the 66. And right there, Landon Lyons to the front of the field. Behind for 3rd, 3 wide. That's our points there. Griffin Lynn making this big move to the inside. Looking to get up further forward to get 5 bonus points for the lap. That's halted. Here comes Carter Friesen, our Charlotte Roval winner. He's not a great season, down below the top 30 in points, but with that victory, if he gets multiple and then someone gets up inside the top 20 in the points, is a shot at a wild card spot. 4 wide to the corner goes Ronan Curtis, Michigan winner. Derek Kimmel, the 12, just behind him. Jake Gowen, the 11, also coming forward. They're 4 wide, multiple rows deep in this pack. Once again, that can work out as long as no one gets pinched together. But 5 wide is really the breaking point here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Now teammates try to get by the 66 of Landon Lyons. It's Curtis and Hamill. But now Hamill forced aside by Jake Gowen, the 11 low in turns 3 and 4. Bibby Ruiz just behind him. Anthony Fox, 38. 26, Anthony Charbonneau. Drivers who start at the back of the field, starting to make their names known at the front. Gowen for 2nd. I think he saw that 77 wasn't going to make that move, and he says, you can't do that. You have to make moves whenever you have the runs, and I don't think he was really thinking that 77 was going to make the move, so Gowie makes it, and now he's a run onto the 66 of Lyons into turn 1, and he's there. I'm surprised he made that move work, because I thought him pulling out the 77 would slow them both down, and the 66 could have pulled a little bit of a gap. That's not what happened. The 11 actually got a great run and got around the 66, but now has Anthony Fox up his rear deck lid, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. They are door-to-door for the top spot. Lyons outside, Gowie inside. Behind Gowie, it's Fox. Behind Lyons, it's Curtis. John Speaker started 42nd here today. Up to 3rd on the inside. 6 laps into the running. Of the Aaron's 499 at Talladega. For the race lead, they'll step out 3 wide. It's Beeford all the way to the bottom of the 99. Fox is middle. Down low, or up top, it's Jake Galloway. It's going to be Gowie to lead the lap. In the 11, can he clear? Entering turn 1, he's a nice run. A push from Landon Lyons. Can't clear, though. Buford from last start position to the race lead at Talladega. Shuffle is apparent here at Talladega. Packed racing, 200 mile an hour racing, 3 and 4 wide racing. It's only, it doesn't take long to get from the back to the front here at Talladega. 3 wide. Sotomu inside. Has the help from second in points, Luke Rainey. He wants a lap led for 5 bonus points. Eli Bright, last season's champion, moving forward. He was in this race last season. He had mechanical issues and caused a crash coming off turn number 4. And he had a really fast car that race as well. It looked like he was going to be the one to pass TJ Hanley, as no one else really could that race. But Eli had that mechanical issue and obviously put him out of the race. So Toman barely leads that lap. Luke Rain did not want to see that. He wants 5 bonus points. He has brother Trey right behind him. Trey's not worried about points, so maybe he'll help with brother Luke get a lap led. But Trey's out here for blood now. He's just out here making these big moves, trying to go for the race victory. He's in the chase. He doesn't care what happens. He just wants victories. He has not won in a long time in the Gatorade Cup Series, a points-paying event. He wants one final points victory in his Gatorade Cup Series career. And this is, this is the last season. We're down to only, about 20 races left, a little less than that now. So every win he can get means a lot towards his Gatorade Cup Series career, and he's hoping to get a few more before the season's out. Winner of the All-Star race in the chase. And he doesn't have to worry about points racing until we get to the final 10 races of the season. Luke Rainey, the 2, going to lead lap for 5 bonus points. Came in second in points, looking to get back up on top. He's been on top of the points this season, but has fallen in the last few races after some, and I wouldn't say bad performances, just unlucky performances. Round they go, big crash. Middle of the field as they got 5 wide. Hard to the wall for Tommy Fletcher Jr. Comes down against some others. The yellow flag will come out I saw Eli Bright, Colton Yo, Derek Kimmel, Jonathan Buford involved. The damage to a lot of race cars as the big one strikes at Talladega on lap number 9. Rainey's clear of the pack. He's probably going to come around and lead them back unless Thompson has a run in the 20. He actually has a great run coming off turn 4 here. They'll go up. Oh, he tried to cut the 40 off. Couldn't do it, though. And Luke's going to clear. Back down to the bottom of the tri-oval. Luke Rainey back around to our first yellow flag here at Talladega. Aaron's 499 under the yellow flag, and it's Eli Bright, the 24, last season's champion, who gets a lot of damage. A hard hit for Tommy Fletcher Jr. and some others. The big one strikes at Talladega, and that might not be the biggest one we saw, because before that happened, they were racing crazy throughout this pack. 3, 4, and I think they were 5 wide, multiple rows deep. It was very, very close. There you can see the damage to the 41, the 01, 00 of Colin Teague. Was Aaron's on the hood. You can see Jake Gowan, Derek Hill right behind the 99, 66, 24. Look at the contact there. Michael Gregory might have some damage as well. So the first yellow flag and the Aaron's 499 out. It might not be the last one. Let's see what happened to Eli Bright and the rest of the field back behind him. Watch the 9 of Michael Gregory right here, just below the 24 of Eli Bright. He was in the hole behind the 24, but then pulls out. That makes it 5 wide. And you cannot race around this racetrack 5 wide. I don't care how wide this track is. You're not going to make it 5 wide. Pinching together for Teague and Gregory. Now Gregory tries to give Teague room. The 00 sees that and is trying to give the 41 Fletcher Jr. room, but Fletcher cannot give Jose Mills room. Gregory does have a little bit room to go up, but doesn't. And look at this hard impact into the wall. Eli Bright, Michael Gregory, Colin Teague, then Fletcher comes off and tries to keep it off the 29, then gets clipped back up into the outside wall, back down into Colton Yo, and the 01 spins around. So some heavy contact there for some drivers, and drivers that are looking to make it into the chase. Eli Bright was inside the top 10 in points, but doesn't have a victory this season. Jose Mills looking for a wildcard spot. Jonathan Buford right now in the wildcard spot. Colton Yo, a driver looking to get on points, zipped out of victory. So a lot of names that are looking to make it in chase time. Took some hits here. As we mentioned, the unpredictability of this racetrack, and definitely the hardest stretch of races for these drivers is this 3-race stretch. It's so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. We've seen it early on at the Talladega Superspeedway. Second in points, Luke Rainey currently leads the Aaron's 499 at Talladega. Going to lead them back green. Luke Rainey out in front. First of 3 Superspeedway races. Green flag going to come out lap number 12. Luke Rainey out front in the 2 car. Only 1 car is taking this car to the garage. That's Tommy Fletcher Jr., which means if this race stays green all the way, we will definitely encounter some lap traffic like the 0099, 24, 15, 9, and maybe some others. So at the front, Luke Rainey, Sebastian Kukulan, Keegan Thompson, Conrad Evans, Jay Randall, then Max Rossi, Riley Sampson, Nogin, Scott, Max Anderson, Anson, and Charles. That's the front 10 for our first restart Talladega. Look at the jump for the 2 Luke Rainey. We're back green at Talladega. Kukulan did not get going. He was left sleeping on that restart right there. Thompson tried to get high to get around him, but now might have to duck in line before Conrad Evans peaks low. I think Thompson might just let the 96 go. Once again, it's going to take them a full lap to get up to full song. As the plates on these cars limit the horsepower to the engines, and it takes a little bit for them to get up to speed. For the top spot, Kukulan laid back through 1 and 2, got a massive front in the draft, and will easily get by the 2 Luke Rainey about 3-4 miles an hour faster by doing that move. Kukulan to the front of the field at Talladega. Evans through to 2nd, Randall to 3rd. Here comes Scott and Anderson also filling the inside. No help to the 2 except for the 20 and the 31. Evans to move high, Randall to the bottom, and now about to speed it. Only a few miles an hour to go until they get to 200, which is about max, just a little bit over. 12 laps to complete the Aaron's 499. Special Kukulan, the 40 out in front. Jay Randall looks to protect the bomb off Scott, but the 48 moves inside and turns 1 and 2. Max Rossi made the chase last season, but has not had a great season at all. Down below the top 30 in points. Can he turn it around with a win at Talladega, or at least a good result? As they race down the back straightaway, see some of the cars falling off the draft. They're not as bad as I thought they would be. Colin Teague is probably the worst of them, obviously. 99, 24, 9. If they can stay together and get the draft, they won't be as slow. But if it stays green, I do expect to catch at least 1, if not 3, 4 lap cars here at the Talladega Superspeedway. This pack needs to get reformed for these drivers to start making moves at the front of the field. You need that energy from behind to make moves work to get to the top spot. Scott needs some sort of run from behind to organize and get by this 40. He's looking to do it right there. A great move for Scott. And that was great coordination by Max Rice to go with that 48 right there. If he doesn't go with the 48, the 40 probably keeps the race right there. Scott to the front of the field. He'll now move up probably in front of Kukulan down this back straightaway. Get the push from the 40. The 83 now has no help. So the 48 will probably stay clear down this back straightaway with the help from the 40. And Rossi will now be stuck side by side with Kukulan into turn number 3 for a second. And Scott can move down and clear right there. Ronan Curtis went from top to bottom with a great run into turn number 3. Gets behind the 83 of Max Rossi and will probably look low on that 83. What a great run that was for Ronan Curtis to now move for the top spot as they enter the tri-oval. Curtis Rossi side by side behind the 48 of Noggin. Scott looking to win his second of the season. Scott leads at Talladega. It's big for Scott to try and get everything he can get in these races leading up to the chase. Has that win at the Brickyard, but does not have the points to make it into the chase right now, down 41st in the point standings. If he can win another race or two and get the finishes and the points to get up inside the top 20, he can steal a wildcard spot away. So that 48 team knows what they have to do now after not winning the All-Star race. It is go time in this season to make it into the postseason. Anthony Fox, season 10 champion of the series, moving low. Griffin Lynn, the 10 to 3rd. 4th place is now DeLello in the 16. And Lynn to 3rd, points leader coming in, looking to keep it off of Luke Rainey. As Luke's right now stuck middle of 3. Lynn's right now single file in 3rd. Can Anthony Fox make a move for the lead on Nottingham Scott? First move is for 3rd. So here comes DeLello on Griffin Lynn. TJ Henley trying to emerge from the pack in the 21. Right now moves up to 5th in the 21 car. Then we'll get back in line in 4th. TJ Henley, the Daytona 500 champion, moving as DeLello saw that 38 was not making a move on the 48. He wants to make one on the 38 to then make a move on the 48. That sounds strange. You might say, why not help that 38 get by the 48? But Fox had chances to make the move and just never made it work, so he shuffled that 38 out. A driver who maybe is willing to stay in line, Anthony Fox, and wait till the end. These drivers don't want that, because then if those two stay in line, you might never be able to make the move. You want to shuffle those guys out and make moves now on the 48, trying to get that cycle going for the top spot. 4 wide behind the front 7 or so. Now speaking of 4 wide, they'll be 4 wide for 2nd into turn 1. Roman Fenway peeking his nose on the 8. Fernandez is trying to get clear to make it 3 wide. They'll get double foul for 2nd now. Riley Spurley, too, but Cole Luigi, the last 2 winners at Talladega on the Gatorade Cup Series. They both won here last season. They're lined up on the inside. Spurley leading Luigi. Now the 42 peaks low, puts the 28 middle of 3. Here comes Code. Winner of the chase race at Talladega. Riley Spurley won last season in the Aaron's 499, this exact race. Fenway's a nice run onto the 48 Scott right there. We'll see if he can make a move for the race lead. And if Code Luigi goes with them, no, he's going to abandon first. So now Code for 2nd. This shuffle is exactly what Noggin Scott wants to see. If they keep Allen for 2nd, he has a clear path to victory. So to protect the bottom through the corners and not let anyone inside of him. Scott continues to lead at Talladega. Code Luigi, the 42, looking to go back-to-back in the Gatorade Cup Series at Talladega right now, up to 2nd. Scott's teammate Yepez up to 4th in the 88. Can Hendrick Motorsports get back to victory lane? Down the back straightaway, Code Luigi right now behind Scott, but can't get to him. Roman Fenway's a run onto the 42. He'll take it to the inside of Code. So right there, shuffling again. It's the same 2 drivers for 2nd. This time in roles reversed. And how about the 01 of Colton Yo? Has that down to the left side. You can see it right there. Not affecting him at all. He's still going. He's up to 4th. But now forced middle 3 by Marshall Burrell. Now Fenway and Luigi are back clear 2nd and 3rd. Do they have some coordination here to get by that 48 of Scott? We'll see right here. They just get lined up right here. They have a shot at that 48 because Fenway's over the back of Scott. He just needs someone to go with him. And right here, this might be the move off turn 2. These 3. 11 to go, 10 at the start-finish line. As it's still Nottingham Scott. Then Roman Fenway. Then Code Luigi. Again, Code getting impatient. Moving low in the 17. All that's doing is hurting them, though. How about back here? They're trying to protect spots. Ruiz trying to block Jeff Ray, trying to block Riley Sampson, but Sampson moved all the way to the bottom for 5th. Burrow low with Code Luigi. Now Burrow might look low for 2nd for himself. He is looking, but Code's going to be able to protect that. Look at Rando and Sampson. Look at these drivers shuffling around. Behind them, Conrad Evans looking to put 4 wide on Trey Rainey. Burrow for 2nd on Code Luigi. Code to protect and block. Down low in turns 1 and 2. Kukulon coming back forward in the 40. Can anyone get around? Nongin's got the 48 though. Down the back straightaway. Lap traffic ahead. Colin Teague, who had lost the draft. He is a lone soldier. Without this draft, he'll be eaten up. Does it cause an accident? And who's he hold up? Because definitely there's going to be a few guys that are held up for sure. They're racing 3 lanes wide, and there's bound to be at least one of those lanes that's held up, if not multiple. And will anyone lose the draft because of it? Now maybe, code strategy, you want to stay clear when you catch lap traffic so you can go wherever you want. You can go high, go low. We'll see if these two can stay clear. They can just follow each other through. Look at Luke Rennie forcing Lynch in the middle right there as they catch lap traffic. Coming off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Scott, Luigi, Brando are all clear. Catching this 0-0. They're going to probably pull low down the back straightaway. They checked up a little bit. The 48 had to check up. Here comes Cole Luigi. But he also checked up. Is he down beneath the 48, though? He is. For the race lead now, Conte will hold up the outsides. Conrad Evans, Sebastian Kukulon, Thompson, Burrell, Fenway, Yepez, Sampson, Jeff Wright, Colton Yo. Now a lot of those drivers can move low at the back of this field, at least move to the middle to get through. And now the shuffle is started at the front of the field for the race lead. There goes Luke Rennie and Cole Luigi. It all took a lap car for these drivers to start shuffling for the race lead. Now, 8 to go. Luke Rennie out front. Evans around the outside, the 0-0. Jeff Wright still halted. Roman Fenway, Yepez, Thompson, and Kukulon. Yo is by, but might lose the draft. Back behind them, that 0-0 is holding up these 5 drivers, and they're out of a shot now. Yepez, Kukulon, Fenway, Thompson, and Jeff Wright all halted, and look at this. Teague's still holding up Thompson and Jeff Wright. That's unbelievable. And right now, these drivers are in danger of losing the draft. I think Upton might be the last one in this main pack. Jade Jefferson and Luke Rennie for the top spot, entering the tri-oval down beneath the 2 car. Luke leads the lap, but Jay is the preferred lane into turn number 1. Oh, back there. I don't like what Riley Sampson's doing right there. I would stay in line with that 7 of Levi Shones. I would not be pulling out past him right now. You have to stay single file to catch to this front pack. These drivers keep shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. You can latch on to that draft. But if you keep shuffling and shuffling and shuffling, you're just slowing each other down. Look at Sampson. He's pulling wide. If I'm him, just stay in line. Jefferson to protect the middle, but not the bottom. Riley Sprotube is down there. And car number 28 out in front. Coming around to 6 to go. Now that pack, I think what Sampson is going to latch on. Here comes TJ Hanley, though, to the bottom of Spurley-Tube. Hanley, Daytona 500 winner this season. See, those drivers are running wide. I don't know why they're doing that. I'd be trying to be as low as I could. Shortest way around at a track where you just hold it wide open. TJ Hanley out front, Max Rossi to 2nd, Williams Seaman to 3rd. 2 of those drivers have something in common. Hanley won the 500, Seaman dominated it. Seaman was the one that could not get passed by anyone. Hanley was the one that finally ended up in victory lane, though. Here comes Max Rossi. To the bottom for the top spot. 5 to go to the line. Keyshawn Richardson, Griffin Lynn also on the bottom. Evan Hunter, 43. Trey Rennie, 18. 48, Noggin Scott coming back. Just behind Scott, Cole Luigi. Rossi to move up. Then back low with the 29, Keyshawn Richardson. 5 laps to go at the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. Rossi out front. Keyshawn Richardson inside to turn number 1. How about a little 3-wide action for the race lead? Here comes Evan Hunter. Hunter also one that's barely latched on for a chase spot. He can finish well today. Cross equipment's at the top 10 on points. Have a shot. Now for the lead goes Trey Rennie, the only driver locked into the chase. And right behind him, the one who dominated before that lap car. Noggin Scott moving back for the top spot. Now Hunter's trying to clear right here, but couldn't. Now Scott's going to move back to the top spot. Can anyone pass him this time? Or will he stay back out in front, control this race? Will Luigi move low off turn 4 right here? There he goes. Gonna try to shuffle that 48 back away. Evans has to stay with this 42 though. Oh, I think he did it right though. I think he waited and then moved out to let that 42 get beneath the 48. 3 wide for the top spot. Now with 4 to go. It's all about timing your move right. Who will do it, who won't? It's Evans out front of the 96. Sampson is 2nd. DeLello now 3rd. Hernandez coming back in the Budweiser 8 car. As more lap traffic ahead, will we catch Buford, Eli Bright, Michael Gregory before this race out? They're going about 10 miles an hour slower. It might be tight. And come around to 3 to go. That's going to be a close one. Catch them, they might be on the last lap. As Evans has pulled away because they're 3 wide behind him. So now Conrad Evans leads at Talladega. Hernandez trying to get up there in the 8 car. Satomo as well in the 44. Now Hernandez might get the draft off the 96 to get back in line in front of the 44, and he does. That's a great move. That's a driver who knows what this type of racing is about. Getting that draft to get back in line. He's going to try and do it again, but this time I think Satomo has a big enough run to get underneath the 8. And Fox will go 3 wide. 3 laps to go. Conrad Evans, the rookie, out in front. Can he win and boost his chase hopes? Can Colton Yo win with some damage on the 01 car? Luke Rainey moving out of line, the 2 car. Levi Schoen's just behind him. Remember, Luke was leading before the yellow flag came out, then got passed, never saw him again. Now Luke back up to the front, looking to lead again. That 2 coming back. He did lead after the lap traffic deal. Led for 2 laps and then fell back, and now coming back forward. But now, getting shuffled aside by Levi Schoen. We're coming to 2 to go. Drivers need to make moves on that 96 and fast. Kukulan 3 wide. Jay Jefferson back behind him. 2 laps to go at Talladega. Just over 5 miles left. Evans, Kukulan, 1-2. Now if that 40 can get the 78 clear with him, which looks like he's going to do right there, that's going to be great for their chances to get by this 96. Down the back straightaway, there goes Kukulan. Who goes with them? Anyone go with them. No help, but he's going to try and side draft that 96. Still no help. Now Upton will go low with them. Also moving into the picture, Riley Spurley to Roman Fenway and Jay Rando. Kukulan to the front of the field at Talladega. This will be the white flag lap. Now here comes Upton low. 19 trying to do something. Spurley to force middle 3 by Roman Fenway. Here we come. White flag last lap at Talladega. Looks like we're not going to catch the lap traffic. Kukulan leads to turn 1. He has not won yet this season. Upton, same story. Jay Rando moving up to 3rd in the 22. Can they get to the 40 though? Kukulan's pulled a gap. I think that 40 car is just so strong. He's moving faster down the back straightaway, actually pulling ahead. The strength of the 40 car. Rocketing towards the front. Upton trying for one last Hail Mary from TJ Hanley. But it looks like it's Kukulan's to lose. Off turn number 4 for the final time. Back to the tri-oval. It's all the 40 of Kukulan. That car is strong and he shows it at the end. He'll force his way through to the victory. Especially Kukulan wins the errands 499 at Talladega. That was strength out of the 40 car. I mean, we saw all race long, you can get past the leader. No one ever really got a race lead unless they were 3 right behind. But even though 19 others were clear behind, Kukulan still pulled away. That was so strong out of the 40 car, what he just did right there. It gets him his first victory of the season here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings. Here's how they finished in the Aaron's 499 at the Talladega Superspeedway. 1 caution flag for 2 laps here today, and 14 lead changes, 10 different drivers out front at the Talladega Superspeedway, especially Kukulan, the one who reigned supreme at the end as he got out front and no one could even touch base with him. Kukulan wins. Second place got Upton, Riley Sampson, Max Rossi, and TJ Hanley round out the top 5. William Seaman gets a 6th. Evan Hunter, Jay Rando, Riley Spurley, and Keyshawn Richardson round out the top 10. Look down, you see Fenway, Curtis, Evans, Anderson, Schoens, Jefferson, Ruiz, Luigi, Hamill, and Friesen rounding out the top 20. And look at how the drivers up there in points did not do well except for Hanley and Kukulan. Lynn and Rainey still stay 1st and 2nd. However, Kukulan and Hanley have definitely closed in after their bad days. Luke Rainey down 21st. He led 6 laps, the 2nd most. Nagin Scott led the most laps of 9, but he gets 22nd. Lynn, 23rd. You can see right there how the front 2 in points did. Rainey and Lynn down below the top 20, right next to each other. And then, Trey Rainey doesn't have to worry about any bad finishes anymore. He's in the chase, but still would love some good finishes. He gets 25th. DeLello, Fox, Charles Bois, Satomo, and Hernandez. They have Burrell, last car in the pack. So we had 31 cars at the end with a shot at the victory. Yepes, Thompson, Jeff Bright all lost the draft because of the 0-0 of Colin Teague. Then Jose Mills, Jake Galloway, Landon Lyons, Michael Gregory, Eli Bright, Jonathan Buford, and cars down here. Colin Teague, Tommy Fletcher Jr. all damaged from that crash at the beginning of the race. Let's now go see the point standings. Here are the points after Talladega, 14 races in. Griffin Lynn, the 10, stays on top, 11 up on Luke Rainey, who maintains the 2nd position in points. Kukulan now up to 3rd, only 19 back with the victory today. Hanley now 4th, 27 back. Rounding out the top 5, Anthony Fox currently 82 back, so those front 4 have really gotten away. They have Evan Hunter a good ways back of Fox. He ends up 6th in points. Colton Yo now 7th. Landon Lyons in 8th. Keyshawn Richardson in 9th. And Zachary DeLello rounds out the top 10. Eli Bright currently score 11th in points, so Tomu in 12th, Anderson, Burrow, Fenway the top 15, then Curtis, Evans, Luigi Schoen, and Fletcher Jr. round out the top 20. The bad day for Jonathan Buford moves him down below the top 20 now, so he's out of a wildcard spot. Right now, wildcard spots, Trey Rennie with his All-Star victory, and Max Anderson right now 13th with his victory, only 2 ahead of Marshall Burrow, and only, I believe that is 5 ahead of Ronan Curtis. So very close there between those drivers, those 3 for that, and I mean, not out of the possibility that Keyshawn Rich and Zachary DeLello fall below the top 10. And then not out of the possibility people get multiple victories. Down here, Sampson looking for a victory. Rossi as well. Rando as well. Thompson. There's Buford with his 2 victories just outside the top 20. Charles Bois. There's Mills with his victory. You look down. Trey Rennie down 39th in points, but he's into the chase. So he lucked out with that All-Star victory because I don't think he would have had a shot. Besides that, and he's just going for victories, trying to get anything he can in his final season below Trey, Hernandez, Scott, Teague, Reynolds. Obviously, Reynolds only raced the first 3. Teague filled in after that. Looking to try and just get whatever he can, any wins he can in his Gatorade Cup Series kind of debut right here this season. So 14 races down, 2 more Super Speedway races to go in the regular season. We head to the Pensacola International Speedway for the AMP Energy 500. I will see you guys then.